Paul Warfield had immense success as a Cleveland Brown from 1964 through 1969, then for the Miami Dolphins from 1970 through 1974. Warfield was a halfback at The Ohio State University, and his 22 catches in 1963 was the sixth best in the Big Ten. He was selected in the fourth round of the 1964 AFL draft by the Bills, and in the first round of the 1964 NFL draft by the Browns. Born and raised in Ohio, he signed with his hometown Browns. He made the Pro Bowl his rookie year on the basis of 52 receptions, which was a career high, 920 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was also an NFL champion as a rookie when the Browns shut out the Baltimore Colts 27-0 at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. The Colts were 7-point favorites in that game. This is the last NFL title for the Browns. As of the publishing date of this video, it's been 59 years since that 1964 title team. Is Paul Warfield the greatest wide receiver through the 1977 season, which was the last year of his career? Pro Football Reference's Hall of Fame monitor ranks Warfield number 15th all-time, with only Lance Allworth being ranked higher from players who played in Warfield's era or earlier. While not super high on the all-time receptions list at his retirement due to playing on Browns and Dolphins teams that had extremely powerful rushing attacks, he made his catches count. At his retirement, he was tied with Lance Allworth for the third most touchdown receptions, 85, and had the sixth most receiving yards. With receivers who had 300 or more receptions, he's still first all-time with a 20.1 average yards per catch. Allworth had the same number of touchdowns, but it took him 115 more receptions to do it. In the 1965 Chicago College All-Star Game, he broke his collarbone and only played in one game during the 1965 season. In 1966, he started a streak of 7 straight seasons of 20-plus yards per catch. His fluid moves, terrific speed, and excellent leaping ability allowed him to be a highly effective route runner. While very proficient on down and out and down and in pass patterns, it was the long pass that he is primarily associated with, the bomb. Warfield's college running back experience prepared him well for the hard-hitting NFL game. Defenders used to really dish out some big hits back in the day. On January 27, 1970, the Browns traded Warfield to the Dolphins for their 1970 first-round draft pick, the third overall, and the Browns selected Purdue quarterback Mike Phipps with the selection. He was second in the 1969 Heisman Trophy vote on the basis of a then-outstanding 23 touchdown passes and an off-the-charts 131.2 quarterback rating. Don Shula was the Dolphins' new head coach in 1970, and he transformed them from a 3-win, 10-loss, 1-tie team in 1969 to a 10-win, 4-loss playoff team. The addition of Paul Warfield was a major reason for the astounding transformation. Dolphins utilized Warfield on 16 rushing attempts in his 5-year tenure. He averaged 10.4 yards per carry. Not bad. Warfield's 11 touchdown catches in 1971 was the second time he led his league. He also had 12 touchdown catches in 1968 to top the AFL. Christmas Day, 1971. Kansas City's Municipal Stadium. This was the time and place of the NFL's longest game, 82 minutes, 40 seconds. Kansas City was favored by 3 points in this AFC divisional playoff game. A double overtime thriller, Warfield caught 7 passes for a game-high 140 yards. Warfield had an awesome 1971 season, but the Dolphins fell short in the Super Bowl against Dallas. While 1972 was one of the worst statistical seasons for Warfield, the Dolphins ended the season as undefeated Super Bowl champions. The 1973 season looked just as promising. Dolphins won it all again in 1973. And despite having 7 Pro Bowl players on offense at the end of the 1973 season, Warfield opted out of his contract and signed with the World Football League's Toronto Northmen in March 1974 for the WFL's 1975 season after being drafted in the second round. No games were played in Toronto as the team moved to Memphis and were renamed the Southmen. How tricky. Dolphins running backs Larry Zonka and Jim Kick joined Warfield in Memphis. And Warfield had one of his worst years as he only played in 9 games, caught 2 touchdowns, but he still had a sterling 19.9 average yards per catch. The WFL folded, and on April 6, 1976, Warfield signed to play for the Browns again. At ages 34 and 35, Warfield played 2 years for the Browns and caught 8 touchdowns on 56 receptions. For his career, he caught a touchdown every 5 receptions, which is truly remarkable. He made 8 Pro Bowls, 7 consecutively, is a member of the NFL's 100th anniversary team, and made the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. At the time of his retirement, he may have been the greatest wide receiver of all time.